Consumers hang up on Apple's latest iPhone. Joining us right now, we have Noah Kravitz, editor-in-chief of PhoneDog.com, and Brian Marshall, senior analyst at Gleacher & Company. Great to see both of you. Noah, what's your take? Which is the better phone?
Well, first of all, no, they're not going to hang up. 600,000 people dealt with broken servers on Apple and AT&T side both to pre-order iPhone. I know plenty of people who spent, all day hitting refresh trying to get their orders in. So no, nobody's hanging up. That said,
they don't have jobs.
Well, some of them don't now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they'll have new phones, so it's a win-win.
That's what's important.
But that said, what's the rest of that sentence?
Sorry.
That said, obviously, like Dennis said, the Android army, as they call themselves, is getting bigger and stronger every day. The Droid X looks to be, it's actually, I think, more of a competitor to the Sprint Evo 4G than to the iPhone per se. The big elephant in the room here is if Apple opens up the iPhone to Verizon, on January 1st, 2011, forget about it.
Yeah, Brian, I mean, I'm not buying any of this because every time Apple comes into a market, they totally dominate it. Look what happened with the iPod. I mean, does Droid have a chance?
I think they do have a chance, Melissa. I think the Android is probably the second best platform out there, obviously second to Apple. I think Apple is going to continue with its dominance. I'm expecting 40 million units this year, 50 million iPhones next year. So clearly, they're moving quite along at a rapid pace. And I think the new screen on the iPhone 4 is just going to be fantastic and really gain a lot of attention out there. So I don't see any change to Apple's position anytime soon.
So you think they have a chance, yet you like Apple. Would you buy Google here too? I mean, tell us what the investment play is.
Yeah, well, just to be clear, I don't cover Google. Another analyst at our firm does, but we have a buy rating on Google as well, which implies at least 15% upside in the near term. Me personally, I think that from a smartphone perspective, the market's going to be big enough for probably three to four different vendors, and I think obviously the lead is going to be Apple, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I think the most interesting handset out there, second to the iPhone, is probably the HTC Incredible, and as the other guest pointed out, I think the issue is the carrier networks right now.
But looking at that chart we just saw there, Noah, is Apple too expensive right now? I mean, it's great products, but you've seen the run that it's had and what it's trading at. Is it too expensive?
Nobody I know who's bought Apple stock, and I'm not a stock analyst, I'm a smartphone guy. Nobody I know who's bought Apple stock in the past, 10 years has, lost money in the long term on it. It keeps going up, and I think that was a good point. They both win, right? Apple, Google. The only people who lose here are the people on Verizon who want an iPhone. But as far as Apple and Google go, they're both making money.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe not for long.
Okay, today on Power Lunch, thanks guys, the much anticipated and sought after iPhone 4 hits the stores. Our tech guru, David Pogue, will give us his review of Apple's latest creation. In fact, a grandmother said to me the other day that instead of buying her kid a present, her grandchild, she bought him an Apple share. And then she bought the daughter a Disney share because she said that, the stock share makes so much more sense than the toy in the long run. So there you go, what he said. Nobody's ever disappointed. Yes.
All right. Very good. When we come back, Russia's President Dmitry Medvedev meeting with tech titans in Silicon Valley. Here he comes. We're going to find out what's on his agenda.
Plus, Procter & Gamble having a PR nightmare with its Pampers diapers. And this is nothing to poo-poo about.
I can't believe you had to say that. You are watching CNBC, First in Business Worldwide.